You know the story, but it's worth retelling. George Matheson, top of his class in the University of Glasgow in Scotland, although almost blind, deeply in love with a beautiful girl. But she decides, looking ahead, that she didn't want to be married to a blind preacher because George was about to enter into seminary, and so she breaks off the engagement and she rejects him. That was a tough pill to swallow. That was a dark and stormy night in his life. He enters seminary. He's ordained in 1868. He becomes the pastor of a little church in the coast of Scotland. And as time goes by, the hurt begins to heal. And he puts the past behind him. But in 1882, it all comes back with a vengeance. Because in 1882, his sister announces her engagement and marriage. And during that year, he finds himself at his sister's wedding, and he wants to enter into the joy of it. He's glad for her, but he's sad for him. Because what he sees in her and her husband has been robbed from him. And the wound is open again. He feels rather depressed and dark. In fact, of that time, he says, he endured the most severe mental suffering. But during that time, when he was unable to sleep, when he was struggling in his soul, when the darkness gathered round him, God gave him a song in the night. The Bible talks about that, doesn't it? Songs in the night. And in the night of the darkness of his own soul, God gave him some words. He tells us, I'll let him say, I had the impression of having the song dictated to me by some inward voice rather than of working it out myself. I am quite sure that the whole work was completed in 5 minutes. So at a rather dark place, God meets him. And the Spirit of God comforts him. And he's given words. And you know what those words are? O love that will not let me go. I rest my weary soul in thee, and I give thee the life I owe, that in thine ocean depths its flows may richer, fuller be. O joy that seekest me through pain, I cannot close my heart to thee. I trace the rainbow through the rain. I feel the promise is not vain. That morn shall tearless be. He was gripped by a love that wouldn't let him go, wouldn't cast him away, wouldn't reject him. And my friend, that's what we have here in what I call the expectation. There's an expectation being set before the people. Although it's future, the message is this: don't allow the darkness to become your fundamental reality. Embrace the promise of the light. God has not cast away his people. There is hope on the horizon. And that's a word for you if you're writing a chapter right now that begins with, it's a dark and stormy night. The light of the world has come. In that day he was to come, but in our day he has come. And he wants to shed light into your darkness and bring hope into your despair.